Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. In a small town lived a young man named Alex. His hair was short, his voice was deep, but his heart held a secret. Every evening, when the sun kissed the day goodbye, Alex would open a hidden box under his bed. Inside this box were beautiful dresses, shiny shoes, and a very special wig. Long, silky, and black. Alex loved the moments he spent as Alexa, his other self. He would often slip into a soft, flowy dress, step into high heels, and gently place the wig on his head, letting the long strands cascade down his shoulders. In his room, surrounded by dim fairy lights, Alexa felt happy and sad all at once. She wished she could share her secret, but the world outside was often not kind to those who were different. So she danced alone, with only her reflection for company. Alex's best friend, Jamie, was fun and loved jokes, but he also had a big, caring heart. He had known Alex since they were tiny humans, and they shared everything. Well, almost everything. Alex never found the courage to tell Jamie about Alexa. One day, as Alex was leaving his house, he whispered to his reflection, "Maybe one day the world will meet you, Alexa." But he had no idea how soon that would be. Jamie, always looking for a laugh, noticed that Alex often seemed lost in thought and seemed to be hiding something. So he came up with a prank, a silly joke, to try to cheer Alex up. But he needed a plan. After weeks of thinking, Jamie found a peculiar shop in a narrow alley. The shop was known to carry all sorts of mischievous and magical things. An old lady with wrinkles like a road map and sparkling eyes welcomed him. Jamie explained he wanted to pull a gentle prank on his friend to bring some laughter into his life, and the old lady's eyes twinkled even more brightly. She handed Jamie a small bottle filled with a glowing potion. "One drop," she said, "and your friend will become what his heart most desires for a single day." She warned Jamie to be kind and considerate and to think carefully before using it. Jamie was excited and scared, but he knew that if Alex ever needed a break from reality, it was now. Days later, when the sun was being lazy and not quite ready to get up, Jamie slipped into Alex's room and added a drop of the potion to his morning juice, then hurried back to his own house, heart pounding in his chest. When Alex sipped his juice that morning, he felt a strange tingle run through him, but he thought nothing more of it. As he got ready for the day, he opened his secret box and took out a beautiful red dress. It was made of silky fabric that swished when he moved. He slipped it over his head, and it settled around him, the soft material gentle against his skin. Next, he took out a pair of shiny black shoes with little heels that clicked on the floor. The shoes made him taller and gave a graceful arch to his feet. Carefully, he put on a pair of smooth, sheer nylons that gave his legs a gentle shimmer. Finally, he lifted the wig from its stand. Holding it lovingly in his hands, he settled it on his head, adjusting until it sat just right, the dark locks framing his face. As he looked in the mirror, he blinked. Twice, thrice. Something was different. His eyes widened as he realized he was no longer looking at Alex pretending to be Alexa. He was looking at Alexa, really and truly her. His hands flew to his face, feeling the softness there, and then to his throat, where his Adam's apple no longer protruded. His heart raced with a mix of joy and fear as he twirled in front of the mirror, the red dress flaring out around him. For a moment, he was lost in the euphoria of truly being Alexa. But then, anxiety pricked at his joy. How did this happen? What would people say? Alexa, looking at her reflection, breathed deeply. It was like a dream, but she was wide awake. She ran her fingers through the long black wig, but wait, it wasn't a wig anymore. It was her hair. She pulled slightly, and instead of slipping off, it stayed firmly in place, growing from her own scalp. A million butterflies seemed to flutter in her stomach. Alexa wondered how this magical transformation had happened. But among all the questions in her head, a soft voice whispered, "Go live your day as you always wanted." She stepped outside, feeling the sun warm on her skin and the gentle breeze play with her hair. The nylons whispered softly as her legs brushed against each other, and the red dress danced in the breeze. Each step in her shiny black shoes clicked like a heartbeat, announcing Alexa's arrival to the world. In the town, people looked at her, some with smiles, others with curiosity. But Alexa lifted her chin and walked with a newfound confidence because, for the first time, the reflection she saw in the shop windows matched the image in her heart. Meanwhile, Jamie, unaware of how right his prank had gone, was waiting nervously at their favorite park, the place where he and Alex had shared secrets, laughter, and tears. When Jamie saw Alexa approaching, his heart skipped a beat. Something was familiar in those eyes, but Jamie hesitated, puzzled. Then it clicked. "Alex," he whispered, not quite believing. Alexa nodded, tears shimmering in her eyes. Jamie ran to her, enveloping her in a hug, his mind whirling with 1,000 unspoken questions. Alexa, her voice soft and quivering, began, "Jamie, I don't know how this happened, but I was always Alexa inside. Alex was a mask, but this," she gestured at herself, "is me. Just for today, I get to be me." Jamie, still holding her, took a step back, looking into her eyes. He saw his best friend, not Alex, not Alexa, but the soul that he'd cherished all these years. "I pranked you," Jamie whispered guiltily, "with a potion that was supposed to turn you into what your heart most desires. But this is no joke, is it?" Alexa shook her head. "No, Jamie, it's not a joke. But your prank gave me the greatest gift I've ever received, to live a day as my true self without fear or hiding." Jamie squeezed her hand, his eyes shiny with unshed tears. "I'm so sorry, Alexa, for doing this without knowing your truth, and I'm here for you no matter what." As they walked through the park, Alexa poured out her heart, sharing the secret she'd hidden for so long, telling him about the hidden box, the secret nights as Alexa, and the longing to be seen as she really was. Jamie listened, not with judgment or surprise, but with love. He realized that friendship was not bound by names, appearances, or societal expectations. It was about accepting, supporting, and loving each other for who they were inside. Alexa and Jamie spent the day together, talking, laughing, and sometimes crying a little. Alexa didn't want the day to end, knowing that when it did, she would go back to being Alex, the mask she showed to the world. The day passed like a dream for Alexa, a dream that was too sweet and too short. Every moment was precious, every laugh was cherished, and every comfort from Jamie was stored carefully in her heart. Alexa wished she could bottle up this day and keep it safe, to reopen it whenever the nights got too dark. As the sun began to paint the sky with shades of pink and orange, Alexa's heart grew heavy. She knew the magic would wear off soon, and she'd be back to being Alex with his short hair and deep voice. Alexa and Jamie found themselves back at their favorite spot in the park, sitting on the soft grass, enveloped in the gentle glow of the setting sun. "I'm scared, Jamie," Alexa whispered, her eyes reflecting the colors of the sunset. "Scared of going back into the box, back into hiding." Jamie, looking deep into her eyes, saw the storm of emotions swirling in them. He softly responded, "You never have to hide. Not from me, Alexa." The magic began to wear off gradually. Alexa could feel it, her hair shortening, her voice deepening. She clutched at her dress, as if trying to hold on to the fading magic. And then, just like that, she was Alex again. He looked down, his eyes meeting Jamie's, searching for rejection, pity, or confusion. But all he saw was love and acceptance. Jamie reached out, placing a hand on Alex's shoulder. "You're still you," Jamie spoke gently. "And you're beautiful, Alex or Alexa." Tears slipped down Alex's cheeks, but he was smiling, a genuine, heartfelt smile. Days turned into weeks, and Alex began to understand that being true to oneself was not bound to magical potions or pranks gone right. He also realized that Jamie's friendship and acceptance gave him a strength he hadn't known was there. Jamie, for his part, ensured that Alex never had to hide Alexa away, not completely. Together, they found safe spaces where Alexa could breathe and dance freely. There were still secret boxes, but now Jamie shared in the secret. There were times when Alex was Alexa at home, where she could be free, even if just for a while. Alex didn't always have the courage to face the world as Alexa, but with Jamie's support, there were moments, private and precious, where she could live and breathe. One day, sitting in Alexa's room, surrounded by dresses, shoes, and nylons, Jamie said, "You know, I'm glad I walked into that peculiar shop, but I'm even happier that I got to meet Alexa." Alexa, in her red dress, smiled softly. "And I'm glad that you see me, Jamie, truly see me." Their friendship was not without its struggles and fears, but it was real, and it was deep. Jamie and Alexa, they navigated through the complexities of identity, understanding, and acceptance together, learning that sometimes friendship is the truest magic of all. They knew life wouldn't be a smooth journey. There would be hushed whispers, raised eyebrows, and unkind words. But Alex had Jamie, and Jamie had Alex. And with that, they faced each day, each challenge, and each joy together. The days unfolded, each one a mix of ordinary and extraordinary moments for Jamie and Alex. Their friendship, once a simple tapestry of shared jokes, games, and secrets, now wove in deeper threads of understanding, acceptance, and alliance. Alex found comfort in being Alexa within the confines of his room, sometimes daring to step out into the quiet night when the world was asleep and judgmental eyes were closed. He would walk silently along the peaceful streets, Jamie by his side, as they shared hushed conversations under the moonlit sky. Jamie, even with his playful nature, never joked about Alex's dual identity. He recognized the pain, the struggle, and the courage that bubbled beneath Alex's surface. Jamie became a rock, an anchor, on which Alex could rely as he navigated the tumultuous waters of his identity. And Alex? He learned that true friendship means being seen. Jamie saw him, all of him, and chose to stay, to walk beside him, to be a safe harbor in a sometimes stormy world. One chilly winter evening, as Alex donned a cozy, soft sweater dress, paired with warm nylons and comfortable ankle boots, he looked at himself in the mirror. Alexa's eyes looked back at him, but there was a different kind of peace in them. The wig, once a crucial part of his transformation, lay abandoned on the dresser. Alex had grown his hair out, allowing it to cascade in gentle waves down to his shoulders. It was a small defiance, a tiny rebellion against the box he had once hidden in. Jamie knocked gently on the door and entered, his eyes meeting Alexa's in the mirror. "You look beautiful," Jamie murmured sincerely. Alexa turned around, her eyes reflecting gratitude and a quiet strength. "Thank you, Jamie, for seeing me, for being here, for being you." They spent the evening together, not doing anything particularly special, simply enjoying each other's company and the comforting silence that true friends share. As the days melted into weeks and months, Jamie and Alex, and sometimes Alexa, created memories stitched together with threads of laughter, tears, courage, and love. They learned that acceptance doesn't always come from the outside. Sometimes it has to be cultivated within, watered with understanding, and nurtured with kindness. Alex continued to wrestle with his identity, with the disparity between his inner self and the reflection in the mirror. But he discovered solace in the nights when he could be Alexa. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Patreon for a lot more content and early access to YouTube videos.